If there ever were an issue, I feel personally, that can help heal and empower African American culture and community, is the healing of the self-esteem. Would you like to know why? This is my personal view. I'm making this film to help, if it speaks to anyone and can help them. Thank you. A beautiful culture, and royal beings, and ancient history, amazing ancient history. And what's it like? What happens when you take them from their native homeland and take away their freedom? You call them degrading, mean names, and use them and treat them as property, and so disrespectfully. Only the ignorant would do such, and only the ignorant tried to make the royalty feel bad, and make them hate themselves, and force them to be slaves in inhumane conditions, and hurt them beyond and beyond and beyond. And no good comes from being treated like this. Except one who boldly chooses to honor themselves, because you know deep within you are good and you do deserve good. And in making a way to a new life that is yours, you are free. That part of you is why you keep making it through, no matter what. And from the old world you just left, to find your personal freedom, the old world painted a world surrounding another new world you've come into, and not. For there's been a sad influence by the ignorant, the ones who created slavery, to pass on their ignorance to the Africans, by making them feel bad to create such in the society surrounding them. For if one is belittled, made to feel bad about their physical features, hair, mouth, voice, the food they eat, the way they speak, in the world, as seen as less than, and openly treated as less than, and it's made acceptable to make fun of them as entertainment, and without a moment of peace from this madness, we won't take it anymore. For you know you are fabulous and talented and creative and strong and beautiful. Remember the ancient royalty where you came from before. You remember that you did it. You did make it. And we remember you, and we continue to make it through. And even though the stereotypes try to make it degradingly acceptable, someone's going to have to say no to this, or it perpetuates to the next generation. And the youth see being degraded as acceptable in media, society, school, almost everywhere. And exploitation made cool and hip and all right. And if these degrading words that came from the repressing times of slavery are considered acceptable and hip as slang now, how do you feel that that is affecting a culture's subconscious mind, and how it affects the self-esteem and self-worth? It is not acceptable to use words regarding yourself and your culture that come from a time of repression, of slavery, and being degraded. Using these words as cool towards yourself subconsciously lowers one's self-esteem. It makes a mentality where it's acceptable to suffer, to degrade oneself, to put oneself down. And to see it as cool is not cool. Why willingly put oneself down and degrade oneself and make it acceptable, openly, in society? It has to stop now. It's not funny, nor entertaining. No one likes the times of slavery. So, culturally, why repeat it now? Why make it cool? It's not cool. And it's not cool to be treated or degraded, so don't degrade yourself. It's got to stop now. Don't like the way culture treats each other? Well, please be good to yourself. There's too much influence, too much from the past, where it's been made acceptable to put oneself down, and it lowers your self-esteem. Above and beyond stereotypes, we're individuals, and be given a chance to be expressing and treated as such, and to break the patterns of the past. And in order to do that, it takes looking at the strengths instead of this mass society where it's acceptable to degrade your culture. Remember the powerful beings in your culture and know that they do exist. And know that there is healthiness in your culture and there's more to come. and know how to treat yourself right, and to love yourself, and to love how you look, and to love who you are, and to remember where you come from, and how royal your culture is. It's time to rewrite ourselves from the divinity and the beauty that we know ourselves of, instead of the post-trauma of slavery. It's time to recreate our culture with empowerment.